Hi, and a very warm welcome to this beautiful sunny day where I hope you're feeling extremely well. I'm delighted you could join me. And I wanted to ask you a simple question. What do you think the world really needs, perhaps more than anything else right now? You're probably preparing a list in your mind. But I'd suggest that what we really seem to be short of is the power, the phenomenon of healing. And why do I say that? Well, if you are bumping into people who are suffering from emotional stress or physical discomfort, people who are in pain, you'll know how important it is if we are able to make a difference. We have I think, a well-grounded respect for those who can help us to feel better, to make us better, whether it's a medical professional or perhaps a friend and acquaintance who can lift your spirits. But what I would like to suggest to you today is that perhaps we all have an ability to make a difference. We're really making a difference all the time, we're just not always aware of it. You probably bump into people who are not always making a positive contribution to life. But what I wanted to remind you of is that you have the ability to touch other people's lives, to influence how they're thinking and feeling, just with your attitude, with your posture, with your gestures. And we know that the world is in desperate need of more understanding, more compassion, the basic ingredients of healing. And you can be part of that, because as you meet people, as you interact with people, you might remember occasionally that your smile, a helping hand, a sympathetic ear can transform the quality of their day. And your presence is, as I've just said, making a difference. With a little bit of awareness, you can choose to make a positive contribution. We can't make people feel things without their permission, without their cooperation. But you can pour this positive ingredient into people's lives as a default response to the people that you encounter each and every day. Healing doesn't have to be a profound, dramatic shift. Sometimes it's made up of small, incremental improvements, a kind word, a positive encouragement, a sign of perhaps believing in somebody's potential for great well-being, even for acquiring a deeper sense of happiness and inner peace. And you can be part of that. You already are. It's simply a question of deciding that you want to make a conscious, positive contribution to the world around you. Guys, if we spend our lives complaining about the state of the world, it's not going to change. Complaining won't do it. We might not be able to change the entire planet, but we can have an influence on ourselves, on the internal dynamics of our own hearts, by adopting a more positive, a kinder, more compassionate attitude. And that's going to impact on the people around you. Once we become aware of this, you start to develop a much more positive foundation for your own life. It helps you to become more resistant to the stresses and some of the problems that inevitably crop up in life. But you find a sense of fulfillment in making a positive contribution to the lives of those you meet. That's my suggestion for today. I'd love to wish you a wonderful day. I hope that the week is going extremely well for you. It is such a beautiful day here. It's going to be a busy day too. And I'm looking forward to being back for you again very soon. But in the meantime, feel free to share your comments and observations. It's always great to hear from you. Bye for now.